Good morning, everyone. It's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess. This will be your weekend reading. Today is the 27th, so it'll be 27th, 28th, 29th. I did get a couple of extra decks in the mail yesterday that I ordered some time ago, and I want to thank you to you people who donate and get personal readings from me, because it allows me the opportunity to be able to buy new decks, which is absolutely wonderful. So I treated myself to new decks. I'll use the Vice Versa Tarot for this reading, and then I've got the beautiful Arcanum Tarot to use for your bonus read this morning. I want to say thank you, a huge thank you to all the people who support me on this channel. I blew out yesterday doing the daily diary, because just seeing you guys there in real form is just sometimes all too much. And I actually had a little bit of a cry afterwards. This journey has been so incredibly good for me. And I know that it's not all about me. I know it's all about everybody else. But in I guess, sharing, this, I don't know whether to call it a gift, my life path, my calling. Spirit told me when I was young, I was a vessel for divine intervention, and I really didn't understand that when I was young. But I get it now, and I want to say this goes both ways, because I get so much back from sharing this with you that it's just amazing. So it's helping me grow as well, it's really helped me in my shadow work and really understanding who I am too. So a huge thank you. And obviously the reason that I was called to do it was so that it would develop me as well as you guys. So all around beautiful thing. I'm going to do a live on Sunday this weekend at 9 a.m. Australian time. We'll do some card pulls and just spend a little bit of time online sharing a bit of energy with you. And what else? I think that was everything. Oh, I'm going to start a new competition up on my Facebook page. I'll do that after Sunday, so maybe early next week. And everything else continues. I share the love. Thank you. Okay. This Vice Versa Tarot is going to be a little bit different for me though, because I looked at it earlier and I thought, wow, okay, this is going to be a little bit of a challenge, but we'll go with it, right? Okie dokie. Oh, so it's really funny because I can not just see the front card, but I can also see the bottom card, and I have the Fool here ready to take a leap. So I like that already. I'm thinking we've got this beautiful 10 of Wands on this side, and I'm pretty sure it is the 10 of Wands. No, it's not. It's the King of Wands. Okay, this is really interesting. So, all right, so you'll have to bear with me, because this is really different. So we have the King of Wands here, but he has his back turned to us here. So if you're dealing with a Leo, Sag or Aries, you may be getting no communication from this person at the moment. It seems like they've gone into some sort of lockdown. I fancy that. But they are definitely got their back turned to you at the moment. So it's not a priority. Behind that I have the Eight of Cups. So the Eight of Cups is a card of walking away from emotional fulfillment. But you see, this person isn't walking away here. They're actually waiting. They're stuck. And you can see they're biding time, because look at this comet above their head. So it's almost like they haven't quite walked away from something yet. Okay, and then we have here the Page of Pentacles. And he too has his back turned. So we may be reading everything in reverse this morning, but I think it's really relevant. I feel like someone's got an offer to make here. Someone can see the Ten of Pentacles energy. They are definitely ready here to move forward on something. But at the moment, they're either waiting on something to come to some sort of conclusion here. They're waiting for the time to be right. It seems you've got someone here who wants to make an offer to you, or wants to bring something to you, bring some happiness to you here. But for some unknown reason, they're in some sort of hiatus or some sort of stop place at the moment, and they're not progressing. So I think that's quite interesting, because the cards here sort of imply with the energy that this person has made their mind up that they want something more here. They are very, very ready for something, but they're going through some sort of transformation here. Oh, wow. Okay. So they're not quite, they've made their mind up. They are ready to come forward. They are ready to make an offer. They know that their happiness lies with you. But at the moment, they're going through some sort of transformation here. Some sort of transformation. So they're not quite ready in terms of where they're at, even though their mind is made up and they know what they want. They're not quite ready in terms of them. So there seems to be a little bit more work they need to do on themselves or in their own lives before they can move forward. Okay, so it's quite interesting. So I have the Fool card here, but in the vice versa, he's not quite ready to jump. So it's like someone wants a new start here, but they're not to the point where they can move forward. And the Magician's coming in here. So the Magician is the card of manifestation. We have two major arcanas here. And then we have the Seven of Cups. So someone's stuck here. Someone's stuck here. They're still in a confused state. They're ready to take the path forward. I can see that with the Two of Wands. Definitely ready to start moving forward. But they are they've come to some sort of stop. I feel like whoever you're dealing with here is perhaps still dealing with the fact that they are not sure if this is real or not. And even though they may know and they may have had the calling and started the internal work, it's almost like they're not really still believing that this can be real. So that they may have got the calling, they may have known, they may know you're a soulmate, twin flame, or, you know, significant other. But there's something here that is still either confusing them or making them feel that they don't want to take a leap of faith because they're fearful that it may not be real. But then I have the Two of Wands here, which shows me someone moving forward. So I think they're right on that precipice. Okay, so we have the King of Cups coming through here. So you may be dealing with a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. This person does want to offer you something long-term. They see a future here, definitely. But there seems to be something that's holding them up. Now, sometimes with the Two of Pentacles, we can talk about two situations. It could be that they've got two people. It could be that they have two options here and they're tossing up between the two. They definitely want to work on this though, because I have the Three of Pentacles and then the Four of Wands coming out here. Someone is still having trouble with the codependency. Okay, that makes sense to me. And look what comes out next. All right, I don't want to look anymore because the Star cards come out after that, which says to me that there is a bigger and an Ace of Wands. Okay, so I want to say to you, if you're waiting for someone at the moment, they're still in this uncharted territory. Oh, I like that spirit. There's something still going on with them. Now, I strongly feel, especially with this Devil Energy, Tower and Star here, there's a very strong feeling that this person is still, when I say confused, I look back at the Seven of Cups and I think this Seven of Cups energy, which is about confusion, it still feels to me like your person is codependent or tied to a past situation. And unable to see the way forward because of this codependency. Now, it's quite interesting because I've been reading a lot of stuff, obviously being spiritual, and I've been reading a lot of stuff about, you know, how the world is at the moment and our breaking down of the ego, because we're all, actually, I think it was someone, would have been Bill Gates, someone wrote this thing about, you know, how the universe has now equaled everyone up. There are still people out there telling people to let the old people die because they're just a drain on society and they don't want to lose money during this time, which I think is quite interesting. So people are still not getting past the ego. And I feel like here we've got someone who is still finding that last step difficult. They're still stuck in this ego mindset, this codependency, this thing that they can't get past, where they are still tied to something, still tied to an old way of feeling, an old way of believing, still tied to an idea that, you know, they have to stay, they can't move on. Whatever it is here, there's still codependency and ego still very evident, and this person is still having difficulty trying to understand how to move past this. I really feel very strongly with this tower here that there's still this energy that this way of thinking, this way of being has to be stripped down before this person can move forward. But they're still having some issues and some problems around understanding that. So I'd say it's because it's almost like the codependency is perpetuating it. Because they're going backwards and forwards. They know they want happiness, they see happiness, they want to offer a future with someone, but whatever it is here that's holding them back, they're still going backwards and forwards, deliberating on how to leave one situation behind to move towards another. They know it's their destiny though, they have woken up to that. So very interesting. Alrighty, let's pull an oracle card. I'm pretty sure it's been the same reading for a few days now. So we'll pull from the Arcanum deck next and see how we go. Okay. I have to say with these cards, which is pretty awesome, I have two cards that have just come out. I have the Ancient Ones and the Sacrifice. So I'm going to read the Ancient Ones first because I think it needs to be read first. I think you're getting really big messages here. How are we for time? Okay, so the Ancient Ones are the shamans of old who defeated death and escaped from the tyranny of time. The Ancient Ones once walked the earth like us in flesh and bone. Now they reside in infinity and can counsel us after we say yes to our calling. They are available to help us attain our full realization. So that's that one. It says here, the Ancient Ones are inviting you to reach to the future to help birth a new destiny for the earth. Go ahead, find out who you are becoming 10,000 years from now. If you accept the invitation, great power and blessings will come your way and allow you to craft a new destiny for yourself. Do not hesitate to bite off more than you can chew because you have unlimited spiritual resources right now. Wow. I want to read the next bit as well. I know it may be long for some, and that's okay. I'm all right with you clicking off. The Ancient Ones beseech you to examine your attitudes and actions and be sure they are of the highest integrity. Not forgiving an ancestor or yourself is keeping you from the freedom you seek. Remember, this is no longer your karma. You can break the chains that once bound you to the family drama and be free of your generational curses. Forgive the ones you need to release. Honor your biological ancestors by lighting a candle to them tonight. That is so powerful. Okay, the other card I've got here is the Sacrifice, which is card 44. And for some unknown reason, I feel like this has come out for a reason. To sacrifice means to make sacred. The sacrifice is an offering of gratitude made from the heart, a feast of love prepared for spirit. In olden days, sacrifices sometimes involved rituals in which blood was offered to the gods. For example, in the Bible, Yahweh preferred Abel's sacrifice of one of his lambs to Cain's offering of vegetable and fruits. In Middle America, however, Quetzalcoatl, the Lord of the Dawn, came to teach that spirit preferred our songs and our prayers to the blood of humans and animals. The sacrifice asks that you offer to spirit that which is most precious to you. Your offering will be sanctified and returned tenfold. You will be elevated at the altar to which you have been praying and meet the divine at the table with the heavenly feast. You are a welcome guest in this banquet. Your heart is the only worthy offering you can bring. Life has been generous with you in so many ways. So for some unknown reason, it talks about clinging to the old form and not releasing, clinging to a person and not releasing, clinging to something and not releasing. And by not releasing, you're not able to bring in what you really are worthy of, or what belongs to you. So you're blocking it by holding on to something that you shouldn't be holding on to. So the sacrifice is asking you to give that up. Give whatever it is up, whether it's forgiveness, whether it's, you know, love of a person that you haven't forgotten, whether it is, you know, upset about something that's happened in your past. Whatever it is, it's time now to sacrifice it so that you can take what is yours. Have a great day.